Welcome to Behind the Scenes of Dead Air.
My name's Kate Davis-Speak, and I am playing the bassist in Dead Air.
I'm Joanna Stanton, and I'm playing the guitarist in Dead Air.
Hi, I'm Dan Palmer, and I play the role of the manager in Dead Air.
So, I'm James Hill-Morton. I am playing the co-pilot of the plane that is flying to its doom.
My name is Andrew James Spooner. I'm a puppeteer, actor, voice actor, and on Dead Air I was puppet captain, puppet coordinator? Puppet coordinator, yes. Let's call it that.
And the voice of Dave.
And the voice of Dave. I don't know if that made it into the cut though.
I'm Peter Hearn. I wrote Dead Air.
I'm Jeff Harmer. I directed and co-produced Dead Air.
Oh yeah, I did that.
He produced it as well. My friend, who I used to work with at the cinema back in the day as a projectionist, he works at Airborne Aviation, and he said to me, he said, Jeff, I've got this plane, this fabulous plane. It's like a Russian biplane, but it's a passenger one. It's got like about 20 seats inside. He says, how'd you fancy making a film in that? So I went and had a look at it, and I thought, wow, how cool is this? And he said, yeah, we'll take you up in the sky, we'll do whatever you need to. One condition, it has to be a zombie movie. And I thought, okay. And then after we'd already met, I then said to you, right, I've got an idea. I've got this plane, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, look, there's my idea. You write it.
Yeah, and I remember going away going, I don't know how to write this. If I had a plane, who would be on that plane? And that's kind of where I kind of went away, scratched my head loads and kind of went, well, bands go on small planes. Maybe we could have them as a band. Maybe we could have a band on board. And it was only by chance that the whole kind of creature thing came to me, because I'd been watching all the Critters films at that point. That's when I thought about, well, what if we've got these creatures that when they bite you, you get infected and you turn into a zombie. And for a while it was a zombie film.
It was a zombie film for quite a while.
But with kind of the creatures being, rather than it being an airborne thing.
What is a puppet coordinator? A puppet coordinator is just somebody who kind of acts as a go-between between the director and the puppet team. You kind of need somebody on set who's got experience of working with puppets and can kind of act as a go-between. So you would say to me, I need the puppets to do this, and I would go pale, and I would say, I'll go and talk to the guys, and then we'll go off and work on it for you.
We want it to be a feature film, but we still want this to be a little standalone short that people can watch and enjoy on its own, and that was what we wanted to do.
I've really enjoyed myself. It's a bunch of actors and crew that I've not previously worked with. I had a rough idea what I was signing up for, because I love making horror, but it's the first time I think I've delved into comedy horror, so I'm having a right blast. We're having just as much fun on set as we are off set. What's not to love, We've got little furry critters, we've got gore, we've got hot chicks, and having a blast.
I've got a guitar, but I've got a red version. I think one here. So it's the whole band thing. It seems to be a load of stuff that I've already done, amalgamated in one movie, so yeah.
We've had some puppeteering work as well, which is amazing. It's amazing to see it all come to life.
Jeff is just amazing. He's really calm under pressure, and he's just, he really gets the best out of the team and the cast and the crew, and everybody from costume to makeup to the my co-stars. They've been fantastic,
I met Stacey originally at the premiere of a film called Get Real. I even asked for her autograph.
You weren't alive in '93, so...
Not really. So I kind of met her, that was the first time I ever met her, and then when the Dead Air thing, although it wasn't called Dead Air at that point, they didn't know what it was called, but we then started talking about it, and I said, we've got to have Stacey. As soon as we got David Charl into our heads that there's a chance we can get David on board, we couldn't think of anyone else. It was David. And then James made the connection, and then bang, there we go, we're having a conversation with David. The singer, there was one line that she got, and she did it. Everyone else had been given the same line for all the castings that we did. Everyone had the same line, but Charlie was the only person to take that same line and change it in such a way that it made our ears prick up like, ooh.
the other crew came from Smile, because as much as anything, Smile was a dry run for can we actually stand each other on set.
It was, and also we used a lot of the same sort of crew.
Yeah.
So
and there were lots of my old students, lots of my old students.
I've never known a film set to be this efficient, to be honest.
One of the most efficient and professional teams I've ever worked with, and they're so lovely about it as well.
Yeah, no, they're great. It's always a good laugh. Yeah, you just kind of have fun because obviously in film sets there's a lot of waiting around, but it never feels that long.
Dead Air was quite an intense shoot. I mean, we only had 5 days on this particular plane. We had your wonderful, outlandish at times script where there's these big things happening, but we only had this tiny little space to film it in, and it's not a set, it's a plane. So there's no walls you can pull away. You've got the plane, you've got everything and everyone has to be in that plane filming. And I always remember Tom and his crew, the DP, where a lot of people would say, right, let's break, we need some daylight and some fresh air and a cup of coffee. He wouldn't. Him and his team would stay there and then they would get prepped for the next shot. You know, you've got to think about, we had, up to 20 people at times in this small space with cables running under their legs. You had people lying on the floor. I mean, Taylor, who was the sound recordist, would have to try and find a really small space to squeeze into with the mics. And you had Andrew and his team that would be crammed behind a seat with a monitor on their chest and their hands everywhere. And so it got quite warm, and we didn't have air conditioning. We had a door that we could open.
What we need to say is sorry.
Yeah, we should really say sorry to everyone. It was a hard, although we shot for 6 days, we shot, our last day was shot at a different plane. That was all the cockpit stuff that we did with David and James and Stacey and Joanna. When we were making the film, Andrew put this character of Dave in front of us, and he then became Dave.
Right, I mean, the great thing about these puppets is they are about as simple as you can get. They're essentially a Muppet puppet. That's all they are. You put your hand up there, and your hand goes into the head, and that gives you. God, it's been a while since I've been in here, Dave. It's okay. There we go. And that is it. It's so simple. I mean, it's literally just. It's a Muppet. That's all it is. Hi, Jeff. Hello. You okay? Been in that box for 6 months.
I think what's great about this production is that everyone's been open to sort of putting forward their ideas, and everyone keeps communication open.
We're getting everything we want, and it's all looking really cool from what I've seen, so you should be very excited to see the finished film.
And we have some very skilled, seasoned professionals, and we have some youngsters. And the youngsters are very keen to learn and very helpful.
Oh, the team's really friendly. I always get a bit of nerves before going on any set, just because it's lots of new people, but no, it's been really welcoming and really relaxed, and yeah.
At some point it'll end up on Amazon Prime or something like that, but at the minute my focus is I want to make sure everyone gets their perks from the crowdfunders. I want to get the cast and crew screen done. I want to get the film into the festivals for everyone to see, and then hopefully off the back of that we'll get enough interest in the concept that people may go,
Our Twitter page, which is at Dead Air Movie. Our Facebook is at Dead Air Movie.
Yeah.
Our Instagram at Dead Air Movie.
I think there's a Snapchat, though we don't really use it that often.
And I think also the website is at deadair.com. Yeah. So all the Dead Air movies.
Yeah, you'll find us.
Yeah.